Warning, this episode contains mild to heavy explicit spoilers. Listen at your own risk.
Reviews, discussions, and theories about films in horror, sci-fi, and genre. This is The Horror Deconstruction. Like, share, and subscribe to hear more.
A lone photographer in his 50s spends his days keeping up his business in a quiet town in Japan. He is well kept, clean, and fastidious. He maintains his small studio with a delicate hand, the quiet hours briefly interrupted from time to time by customers looking for his services. A man wanting to create a profile image for a funeral, and a woman wanting the perfect online dating site headshot. Every minute detail in perfecting a version of this woman that is a lie to the world. This is the opening of Woman of the Photographs, an examination of self-projection in a reality that focuses only on the surface levels of individuals. Kai the photographer, played by Hideki Nagai, is a mute man closed off in solitude. The film is so deftly directed and beautiful by director Takeshi Kushida, I didn't realize that the lead character hadn't even talked until an hour into it. So well made and entrancing, its quiet, snail's-paced duty of storytelling becomes uninterruptible. The dating site woman is ruthless in editing on her photos, and this is the key idea of this movie. How do we feel about ourselves through the eyes of others? Why do we make it such an important destiny to please others rather than ourselves at times? Kai spends his free time feeding his pet praying mantis, itself a rather obvious foreshadowing of the plot, if you have any remedial knowledge of the insect, and also him keeping clean at the local bathhouses and taking nature photography. In his crisp, clean white suit and hat, Kai's fashion is indicative of an unblemished, pure, and vanilla existence. On this fateful day, Kai crosses paths with the enigmatic Kyoko, played by Itsuki Otaki. She has been taking self-portraits in the dense woods and becomes injured. In her mid-30s, but absolutely stunning in a classical yet very assured femininity, she beguiles the usually reticent Kai. He seems to repel at the touch of anyone, especially women, but finds himself helping to clean up the scars she attained in her minor accident. Attracted to one another on some level, the two decide to pair up as artist and muse. Kai, baffled and attracted to her ferocious, unpredictable nature, and Kyoko intrigued by his neat and trapped sexuality, he utters not one word to this woman, and every time she tries to touch him, he rebuffs her. Yet they stay orbiting one another in a confused connection. This is a film, yes, about self-perception and the need for acceptance. A very creepy air lingers throughout the movie, and it's not a horror film in a traditional sense, but a film with melancholic nature. The relationship between the two leads is fascinating as it is frustrating more on Kai's side, as he has been infantilized to a point in which human interaction should only occur to a certain level, Kyoko breaking him from this self-made prison, fascinating and ironic based on her own shortcomings. Kyoko is obsessed with her social media presence, her income only feasible with engagements from complete strangers. As she sees the numbers liking her posts dwindle, she starts to fall apart. Only when she displays the unedited photos of herself with her injuries do people begin to notice, leading to an unhealthy obsession in keeping the small yet narcotic-like following going. So what works with this film? I think it's very successful in its mission statement about self-realization. The cast is quite incredible in their very believably fractured character work. Even supporting characters played by Toshiaki Inomata as Kai's frequent customer, a cheerful yet solitary man still reeling from a family tragedy, and the desperate date photo lady played by Toki Koinuma. While the praying mantis analogy is blatantly hitting you over the head, it doesn't feel cheap. Everything in this film is very slow, very precise. From excruciating long takes to lovely and scary breaks of reality, this production is clearly done with a passion. Kyoko's disturbing flights of fancy as she is mocked by her social media doppelganger elicits nightmarish self-hatred a la Perfect Blue. A good partnering to Kai's quiet and apprehensive performance, my only other minor complaint besides some glacial timing of scenes is the clear post-production audio, some of the sounds giving a very stock sound feel. That, though, is not even a factor in the overall piece of art this film is. It's worth watching to see that opposites do attract as emotionally damaged as they are. There might still be hope. 8.5 out of 10, sending your insectoid buddy to his predetermined fate. This has been The Horror Deconstruction.